Spot on. How we doing today, sports people all over the world? Good to see you. This is your girl. It's Onolapo here, and we talk sports. Thank you so much for watching this post. Thanks to my followers. Thanks to new followers. And it's great. Always great to be here. And the sports on. Yes, we do sports here. And don't forget to follow me here or any other platform. You can view this. Yes, just follow me. Just click follow, like, share, subscribe, comments. Well, that's spot on in my analysis. Yes, thank you so much once again, and I welcome you. Yes, it's how it is. Sunday we're here speaking about so many things that have been happening, and we normally like to start on homeland. Homeland here is Nigeria, and the MPFL, that's the Nigerian Premier Football League. Yes, we on Sunday we had some of the table clash. Rivers United were currently second. Rivers are currently second. Hosted Remo Stars, who are first currently. They are still on top. Yes, but they lost. Yes, they lost the way in Port Harcourt. And I remember that I said it would be tough for both sides, but I would give it to maybe because edge word Rivers had this edge. And here in Nigeria, the home teams do win quite a lot. But sometimes we have, like sometimes the away teams win. But this time I said either Rivers United win or a point. And I said Coach Ogunbodede would have been glad, to leave Port Harcourt with the points, but it wasn't to be. A very late goal. So Ogunbodede, that's 84 minutes. Yes, and I must give kudos to both teams. They wanted from, they wanted to win, and I guess maybe Rivers United, wanted by all means because we're playing at home. So you could see, and when they scored, the celebrations were over the moon. They were so happy to score and of course win the match. Eventually, Rebel Stars could not get back, and they finished 1-0 in favor of Rivers. Rivers United. They won that 1-0. But yes, they cut the points, to five. But Rebel Stars have it, all they have to do is make sure they win their home games. And luckily for them, I think they play. Yeah, they go to lobby playing from Costco, Makodi, but they play currently in Enugu. So Alobi are currently the bottom side in Nigeria here. So if they can go to the stadium at Enugu, which is like a neutral ground, since Alobi are playing since their own stadium is been repaired and all that. So I think Remo Stars can do well to get the results, you know, at Lobby when they go and play them in their stadium where they're using for now. I think the Remo Stars can get anyway. Points will be good for them. But as the coach was saying, he said it also. Look, we're still on the track. All we need to do is to win our home games, and yeah, and good to go. They are high and dry. They league the title with theirs for the first time in their history. Of course, I like what the coach George was saying of Rivers. He said, "Look, we're going to keep fighting, which is good. It's good for the sports, for the league. We're going to keep fighting to the end. Why not? Let's go. Let's bring it on. Let us see who has the staying power." The Boremo Stars, I thought they would get a point, but I did say that it could be Rivers United win. Based on the fact Rivers have limited this fixture whenever they are hosting Remo. Yes. So as it was finished, one was apparently for the fixtures for that round of fixtures. Well, the other results were there, and for Sayimba, I was impressed that they came from behind. That Sule was there to score to beat Abia Warriors. Abia Warriors doing very well now, but they came from behind to win 2-1. Even though we were playing at home, yeah, 2-1 finished in favor of Ayimba. A good one for the People's Elephant there. But I think the results that all the match that grabbed all the headlines here in Nigeria was the nil-nil scoreline. Nil-nil. It was finished at Ibadan. Ikoru CC went to Ibadan. That's Shooting Stars, the Shooting Sports Club. They went there. Ikoru CC to win to try to win. It was a draw, goalless draw. And I must comment, referee was it was a woman, is a woman, and Alaba Mila, she didn't do too badly, and I was like, wow, this kind of fixtures, are you gonna allow women? But it's good. We've always said it here, gender equality, pay them the same thing, what a man can do, woman, so no problem. Breaking the ceiling, that ceiling is good, it's great. But the fact that what happened after the match, it overshadowed the events on the pitch. And the apparently the Chelsea, sisters, fans, even players, excuse me, were really upset that with referee. Oh, there was a penalty call here and there. And I want to give to Goal City. I saw that they defended well. There was some two goal mouth clearances defended very well, and that's why they're going to leave Ibadan with a point. But they came at a price, and I'm like, why should we have this kind of behavior? When we see it in other climes, we see it across the world, we condemn it. We say, look, we cannot win all the time. But apparently the fans at Ibadan felt, oh, this was a game we should have taken all 3 points. So they were upset, and the referee had to, disguise and all that. And that's why I call, please, the authorities should please rise up. This must not happen again. The police, but the personnel should rise up, and be security should be adequate. Security apparently, even the Golden team were in their locker room. They were there before they were eventually rescued, by the police. Even though they had to be kept away. That shouldn't happen. That shouldn't happen. No matter what, you know, So I expect that even the management of Stars, because this is a club, it's a club, an illustrious club with so much history and pedigree. A club that, you know, the other Grammy, Machine, these are people, they played that club, you know. And people, this is an illustrious club. We don't need that kind of drama. So what if Korea City won? And I remember that Lobby Stars went there. Sometimes I almost won there. It took a very late goal, for them, but to get the 2-2 draw. And then Lobby was still, struggling relegation. I was like, so Lobby can, play like this. So what if Korea City won? What would have happened? That's not good enough. So we call on the authorities. It's not, the fans will be fans. Even though we ask the fans to please behave, reasonably. But we need law enforcement. Clearly we need more at the stadium at Ibadan, at Lagos Salami Stadium. I always say it here. It's not. It's a very hostile. That's just the way it is. The fans, they are always intimidating. So when you now go there and you now lock the players were they couldn't come out. Their boss was it's sports. It's taking the shine away. This is sports. And those that but know better. We have a lot of adults there. They know better. They don't this can review. Why I would call upon as I said earlier, authorities, and even the management of sisters. They should also, address this in house before we see what the NPFL, and those in charge will do. Because we expect that there's some kind of punitive measure put in place. We can't have this. It can't be happening. This is what century is this. you know, the referee has to change or something just to make sure that she, change her attire and all that. We can't allow that here. It's not done. Because teams will come there and win. It's sports. And it's not about taking part. You can't win every time. You cannot win every time. So I'm surprised that, well, not surprised, but I was a bit shocked. And one thing I want to mention was that it's the kickoff time. Even here in Lagos at the Boy Just Arena, Onikon Stadium, let the matches start on time. Instead of having power supply, let the matches start 4 p.m. Like all the other matches started, most of the matches started 4 p.m. I think it was only that match, Stars against Ikorodu, and then Invas match that was scheduled for 5:30 p.m. Let's start 4 p.m. By 6 p.m. we know that the match is done. 2 hours, we know that the match is done, and everybody can leave in broad daylight. Not that, 5:30 p.m. Then you're looking at 7:30. Even before the match started, at Ibadan, there was a delay. That's a factor these things in it. So 4 p.m. is good. I know that they have facilities lighting, but apparently even for security, it's better to start the matches. 4 p.m. is great. And if it's Sunday, people have come from their places of worship, they're back, they come to the stadium to watch the match, and then on Saturday, you know. So that kind of behavior, I call on this because it's an industrial club. This should not be happening. So let's wait and see here in Nigeria what will happen, what those authorities at the Nigerian Premier League, what we will do. We have to stop this kind of behavior. Whenever we see it across We talk about it.